If GeoGuessr taught you anything, it would be that most places are ugly. No, not ugly. When I say sad, I don't mean ugly. When I talk about different kinds of sadness, I actually find it really beautiful. It's like every place looks sort of grungy and real and lived in. When you live in America, I don't know how to explain this to you guys, right? Y'all love America bashing. And I get it, whatever. I was so shocked and delighted to discover that Europe was sad the way that America was sad. It was something that I learned when I started playing this game a very long time ago. I love America too! This is... oh my god, you guys don't understand that something can be sad and beautiful, and that the different ways that something is sad can be beautiful to you. Have you never had a friend? Have you never had a friend and thought like, wow, my friend is wise and beautiful in their sadness? Like, oh my god. But I was excited to learn that every single place looked lived in and real, authentic. A place where someone cries on the train, right? A place where people live. And I knew always, right, that America had this sort of grungy filthiness to it, which is kind of important to me. I love that. I find it comforting. When you live somewhere really fancy and clean, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel right, you know? You gotta have that highway ivy climbing on the on the interstate dividers. That's real. That feels so real and beautiful. And I had imagined Europe because people present it to you that way. When you grow up in the US, everyone tells you that like Europe is so clean, Europe is so perfect, and everyone rides bicycles and all the lights don't use any electricity and the streets are perfectly clean, you could lick them, you know? Everybody tells you that and you kind of like imagine that Europe is this weird sterile place and that the people there are just like, I don't know, like riding bikes and like holding signs, right? And then you play GeoGuessr and you see that it's lived in, that people are having their, you know, long walks home from school here, that infrastructure is crumbling in innovative and beautiful ways, and that people just kind of find a way, and it's dirty and real everywhere. And that's one of the things that I love about this game. Listen, I did visit the Netherlands, and people were riding bikes everywhere, and it was also sad in plenty of ways, you know? Dirty, lived in, aged, lovely. So when I talk about a place being sad, I guess it's that I recognize the ways that it's lived in there. I can see the feelings, what it would be like for me to live there. I can imagine what my sadness would feel like there. You know, when you're on a bus and you're looking out the window and it's been a long day and you're listening to sad music on your headphones and you're just like, oh god, my feelings right now. I can imagine what the ride home would feel like there. When I travel, I don't really want to see the museums. I want to see towns, and I want to ride the bus, and I want to know what kind of sadness they got there. Show me the new kinds of sadness I ain't seen yet. And that's what I love about GeoGuessr, and a lot of my strategy is just kind of learning what different places feel like. Dirty nostalgia! Yeah, like dirty suburbs nostalgia, you know? Dirty city nostalgia, right? Ooh, god, I feel it so good. Anyway, that's what I mean when I talk about that.